An ancient book that has baffled experts for decades may be an elaborate hoax. It has been revealed the centuries-old Voynich manuscript, which dates back to the Middle Ages, was long thought to contain a secret code, and cyptographers have spent years trying to decipher the mysterious text. However, one expert now claims that simple techniques could have been used to fool people into thinking that the bizarre text was actually written in code. Many experts argue that the text contains similar features to natural languages, suggesting that it may be a code. However, Rugg, a computing expert at Kiel University, claims to have worked out a simple system that produces similar results in a new study. "We have known for years that the syllables are not random," he told Rebecca Boyle at New Scientist. "What I'm saying is there are ways of producing gibberish which are not random in a statistical sense. It's a bit like rolling loaded dice. If you roll dice that are subtly loaded, they would come up with a 6 more often than you would expect, but not every time." Scholars have spent their lives puzzling over the Voynich manuscript. The book's intriguing mix of elegant writing and drawings of strange plants and naked women has some believing it holds magical powers. Mr. Rugg says that the fact the text looks like a mysterious language doesn't mean it is one. The researcher was able to generate a series of words that follow a linguistic pattern but are actually meaningless, using a rudimentary grid system based on Voynich's words. A card with 3 holes cut out was moved around the grid to reveal various symbol combinations that Mr. Rugg used to create nonsensical new words. He believes that a similar method could have been used to create the ancient text rather than it being in sophisticated code. In August, Silo, a small publishing house nestled deep in northern Spain, secured the right to clone the document. The weathered book is locked away in a vault at Yale University's Voynich Library, emerging only occasionally. "Touching the Voynich is an experience," said Juan Jose Garcia, director of Silo, which is based in Burgos, in the north of Spain. "It's a book that has such an aura of mystery that when you see it for the first time it fills you with an emotion that is very hard to describe." Silo, which specializes in making facsimiles of old manuscripts, has bought the rights to make 898 exact replicas of the Voynich. The copies will be so faithful that every stain, hole, sewn up tear in the parchment will be reproduced. The company always publishes 898 replicas of each work it clones, a number which is a palindrome, or a figure that reads the same backwards or forwards. The publishing house plans to sell the clones, also known as facsimiles, for €7,000 to €8,000 apiece once completed, and close to 300 people have already put in pre-orders. Raymond Clemens, curator at the Voynich Library, said Yale decided to have facsimiles done because of the many people who want to consult the fragile manuscript. "We thought that the facsimile would provide the look and feel of the original for those who were interested," he said. "It also enables libraries and museums to have a copy for instructional purposes, and we will use the facsimile ourselves to show the manuscript outside of the library to students or others who might be interested." The manuscript is named after antiquarian Wilfred Voynich, who bought it around 1912 from a collection of books belonging to the Jesuits in Italy and eventually propelled it into the public eye. Theories abound about who wrote it and what it means. For a long time it was believed to be the work of 13th century English Franciscan friar Roger Bacon, whose interest in alchemy and magic landed him in jail. But that theory was discarded when the manuscript was carbon dated and found to have originated between 1404 and 1438. Others point to a young Leonardo da Vinci, someone who wrote in code to escape the Inquisition, an elaborate joke, or even an alien who left the book behind when leaving Earth. Its content is even more mysterious. The plants drawn have never been identified. The astronomical charts don't reveal much, and neither do the women. Does the book hold the key to eternal youth, or is it a mere collection of herbal medicine and recipes? Scores have tried to decode the Voynich, including top cryptologists such as William Friedman, who helped break Japan's purple cipher during World War II. But the only person to have made any headway is Indiana Jones, who manages to crack it in a novel featuring the fictitious archaeologist. Fiction aside, the Voynich Library gets thousands of emails every month from people claiming to have decoded it, says Renee Zandbergen, a space engineer who runs a recognized blog on the manuscript, which she has consult it several times. More than 90% of all the access to their digital library is only for the Voynich manuscript. He added, only slightly bigger than a paperback. The book contains over 200 pages including several large fold-outs. It will take Silo around 18 months to make the first clones when a photographer took detailed snaps of the original in Yale. Workers at Silo are currently making mock-ups before they finally set about printing out the pages in a way that makes the script and drawings look like the real deal. The paper they use, made from a paste developed by the company, has been given a special treatment so it feels like the stiff parchment used to write the Voynich. Once printed, the pages are put together and made to look older. All the imperfections are recreated using special tools in a process kept firmly secret by Garcia, who in his spare time has also tried his hand at cryptology. We call it the Voynich Challenge, he said. My business partner says the author of the Voynich could also have been a sadist, as he has us all wrapped up in this mystery.